Man, I don't feel like recording today. I guess I'll record tomorrow.
Damn, Ron, come on! What's the matter with you?
Tomorrow. Tomorrow.
There is no tomorrow. There is no tomorrow. There is no tomorrow.
Look at that.
These cooks are preparing 4,500 meals at the Slagel Mess Hall, the U.S. military's largest dining facility.
Slagel Mess Hall.
At 60,000 square feet, it serves Army soldiers, Air Force
Hold
airmen.
on, wait. Buddy has his phone at the table. Hold on, wait.
The U.S.
We gotta
military's
run that
largest
back.
dining facility. At 60,000 square feet, it serves.
This is basic training, correct? You got a drill sergeant in the corner above my head right here. And then to my left, this guy has a phone. Texting freely. What are we doing? And y'all probably saying, oh, you ain't got no room to talk. You got a beard. Mind your business. But yeah, man, what? Like, I've never seen that. That is crazy. V1 plus or 4 plus. What is that? 6 or 4? I don't know the Roman numerals correctly right now. It's been a long day. I'm tired. I know it's 6 or 4, one of those. Anyway, yeah. So yeah, this whole scene right here is crazy. Like, Buddy is just freely texting. Even if I had access to my phone, I have it under the table or something. Now look, it's a phone on the table. Hold up. I stand corrected. What type of basic training is this? Even at AIT, which is after basic training, which is still like, you see the drill sergeant, so it's like automatic, like, you still have to be at those standards. Why is Buddy in mid-bite looking right at the camera, though? How are we just going, nah, I can't go past that, Buddy. That boy want some YouTube fame.
Army soldiers, Air Force airmen, and Navy sailors who
Navy
train
sailors.
at Fort Sam Houston in San Antonio, Texas.
Daily,
Throwing
I'm
them
preparing
mugs.
at least about 3,500 to 4,000, at least for breakfast. Our head count goes up for lunch, so we automatically feeding the.
And these are ordinary people cooking these meals. You know what I'm saying? Look at her. That she's the definition, the pure image of what you would call a lunch lady. Now, all due respect, because these are some of the coolest people you can meet. We call them KP in the military, in the Army, which stands for kitchen personnel. I'm telling you, I have some amazing stories, man. And looking at this scene, man, just everything is so crazy. Because I lived this life. I was a cook myself. So, man, don't even get me started on all that. That's a different story for a different day. But anyway, man, so I'll be stopping this video a lot. That's why I do content like this, because I've lived this life, so I can talk as much as I want to.
At least 4,500.
That's some good pasta right there.
That's some good
We need
pasta.
a balanced, nutritious meal. This is the powerhouse right here.
Henry Parker, Sustainment Services, chef, chief. Why did I say chef? Joint Base San Antonio.
So this is where we provide you those meals that is going to allow you to get up and be the best that you can be.
I ain't gonna lie, man. One of the biggest things I never liked about being a cook was how rude the other soldiers were. Like, even in the modern day, you get no respect from soldiers. Like, soldiers come off a regular 9 to 5 shift, or they on their little lunch break in between their 9 to 5 shift. They come to the DFAC, which is the chow hall, whatever you want to call it, and it's like they don't speak. You be like, "How's your day? What's up, man? How you doing?" Just trying to carry a little conversation as you going through the line getting your food. You can tell me what you want to eat, but you can't tell me how your day was. Like, that's so disrespectful, man. Man, this is so much to it. But I'm sure it's still that way to this day. And it just brings the morale down for the cooks that much more. We have people in general that just aren't respectful and don't care. You know what I mean? I think that's a bad thing about the military. When you sign that contract and when you in that, like, people could just talk to you any type of way, treat you any type of way, and you got to just endure it because you're in the military. I never had any experiences that were that like super bad. To where it was like, man, yeah, but and I mean like encounters with people where people, you know, what I'm speaking on now, like the way people talk to you and the way people act and stuff like that. It wasn't nothing like absurd, crazy, like verbal communication that was very bad. But it's like, it was just small stuff here and there, but that stuff add up.
For that day.
Business Insider spent
They got
2
elevators in there.
days with Slagel staff as they prepared for the largest meal of the day, lunch, while following a color-coded system
Yes.
intended to encourage service members to make healthier choices.
Okay.
The 3 main courses are 600 pounds of ginger pot roast, 1,400 pounds of Bombay chicken,
Bombay chicken.
and 210 pounds of cheese tortellini with marinara. There's also an
That stuff just ain't got no taste to me. That cheese tortellini.
assortment of vegetables, short order food, and a salad bar that feeds 4,000 to 4,500 trainees in just 90 minutes.
Wow.
Personnel from all branches of the military train at Fort Sam Houston, many of them at the Medical Education and Training Campus. In
Okay.
2013, the dining facility was named in honor of Sergeant First Class Wayne Slagel, a distinguished Army combat medic.
Mashed potatoes? Thank you. Gravy? Oh, yes, ma'am. I can definitely make my day. I come.
See, you hear that? That's manners right there. That's what I like to hear. You got a smile on his face too, man. That's what's up. That's what's up. I can take
3 times a day.
it. Fake it till you make it.
It's just, it's included in my BAS, so might as well. The experience is really cool. All the staff are very nice. I've built a bond with a couple of them, especially for being here for so long, so it's just nice to see those familiar faces here.
Slagel serves about 66,000 meals each week, about
That's
35,000 to Army soldiers, 18,000 to Navy sailors, and 13,000 to Air Force airmen.
Damn, and I'm thinking the whole time while I served, I was serving people a lot, which I was, but these big meals every single day, that is, man, but you gotta have a lot of staff for that. We only had about 4 or 5 cooks in there cooking when I had it going on.
All trainees are required to dine at Slagel for lunch Monday through Friday.
Ooh. But at least on the weekends, the soldiers can get out and, you know, order food or something like that. That's pretty solid. That's what you need to be doing anyway. You need to be eating at home throughout the week, have a little budget. I still don't live by that. Even to this day, I still don't.
Prepare the meal in time for 4,500 trainees. The lunch staff is broken into 2 shifts. The night crew, which prepares the food, and the lunch crew, which cooks, pans, and serves it.
See, they telling y'all how to do my job as a cook, but they not telling you the times of the shifts we be having. I was up 4 in the morning, getting ready, getting dressed, clean. I'm talking about all white uniform, you feel me? To go and cook meals and go and prep and stuff like that. And I didn't get out till about 1, 2 o'clock in the afternoon. On a good day. Sometimes they mess you up so bad you have to work doubles, bruh. And you don't get no overtime. It's a salary-based job. What else? Night shift goes in about 10 in the morning. Depends on the base too. About 10 in the morning to close, which is about 6:30. I ain't gonna lie, I work night shift. I went in about, 10 o'clock in the morning. Didn't get off till about 9 o'clock. And that was the worst day I ever had. And that only happened to me one time, but I'll never forget it. We had a sergeant first class, I believe. He took it upon himself saying, we're gonna G out the building, meaning we're finna clean this thing top to bottom. And I'm telling you, we stayed there dang near all night. 9 o'clock, from 10 in the morning to 9 o'clock at night. You know how mad I was. All right, let's get back to the video.
For today's meal, prep begins at 8 o'clock the night before.
Java and Teresa, of course, y'all know there's Knuckle. I saw it out there. Chicken quarters. I haven't seen the tortellini.
This is really a big responsibility job, bro. Like, it's so nerve-wracking. It's so easy to mess up food. Y'all sitting up here like, oh, I can cook it so easy. All you gotta do is put the oven on, put it on this timer, and throw it in there. Nah, bro, like, it's so much to it. You'll see.
I haven't seen the lasagna. I'm gonna go check on that. Okay? So y'all do your thing.
Our overnight crew comes in, they cook off the ginger pot roast. It's not fully cooked, but they
Heavy.
brown it and cook it off. That way, when I come in, that makes it easier to slice once it's cooled and everything.
Oh, they got
what
the fancy
did,
machines.
And then once we slice it, we go back into the oven. So it's like a whole process.
To prepare the ginger pot roast, the cooks start by unpackaging about 600 pounds of beef knuckle.
Beef
They
knuckle.
move it into pans, season it, and move it all into ovens to brown. While the beef knuckle browns in the oven, the cooks begin placing the chicken quarters on pans, so they're ready to hit the oven when the lunch crew arrives the next morning.
1,400 pounds.
1,400.
Kind of a workout.
Yes.
On the other side of the kitchen, another cook finishes
I remember
boiling
those.
macaroni noodles for the pasta.
Those little vents at the bottom of the, see that? The little vents under her leg, behind her legs right there. Boy, pour some hot water. You had to clean the inside of those too. Yeah, it's too much, too much.
Salad.
See, that's some good pasta right there.
Some good pasta.
Good little pasta snack. Let it sit for about 10 more minutes. It should be cool.
While the pasta cools, the cook begins preparing salad for the salad bar.
Nice.
At the same time,
See, I didn't even realize how good I was eating in basic training. I didn't care nothing about that. I ain't gonna lie to you. When I would go into DFAC and basic training, like I left there every day because you only get 3 meals a day, so you didn't get no snacks. I remember people was getting in trouble for sneaking peanut butter back into the barracks, crackers, like small things, like a packet of grape jelly. Like you would get in so much trouble for doing silly little stuff like that, just small stuff. They would make an example out of you if you did that. But what I'm saying is, I would eat so much. I want to be called what am I saying? I would eat so much. I would leave the DFAC, and then on top of that, you would have to stand in formation. So you have to stand there at attention right after you just ate a full heavy meal. And I ain't gonna lie. All right. Let me make 2 points right here. So first, I wanted to dial 911 because my stomach was about to explode. That's how much food I would eat. It was ridiculous. And then 2, so I'm lactose intolerant. All right, that might be too much information for some of you. It's really none of your business. But with that being said, I sat up here and was drinking like whole milk and all types of milks that I wasn't supposed to be having, but I didn't care. And I had the worst gas. Like, it was so bad. I would be in formation, right? Like, after we leave the DFAC and form up outside, waiting on everybody else to go through and eat their lunch, or, yeah, whatever. I would pass gas in formation. And it would be so bad. I know it smelled so bad. People were stepping out of formation, coughing, and who did that? It's just so mad. It was the funniest thing ever. I broke character a couple times. I was like, yeah, this is too funny, bro. I don't think anybody ever knew it was me though. Like there was other people too. I was not the only one. So we had a couple people that will always be doing it, and I guess they would break character before me or something. They would get caught, and people would be mad at them. So I just be like, man, yeah. And the whole time I'm sitting up there doing it too. Good times. Good times.
cabbage is being washed and chopped in preparation for the calico cabbage dish. With the pasta cooled, the cook returns to the tilt grill to add in peppers, onions, and seasoning.
Oh, that looks so good. Hey, and that's how you're supposed to do it right there. You see that big old spoon she in there shoveling the food around? In my last video, I don't know what Buddy was doing, but he had them big old gloves, had his knuckles and crannies all up in that damn food, man. Nobody want that. My food tastes like rubber and glitter. Look at that.
It's then scooped into a pan.
I ain't gonna lie. And also, you see how they did the seasoning right there, right? I'm not gonna lie to you. We never measured our stuff out. We call it jungle cooking, and don't. It ain't funny. It ain't funny because I'm black. Don't make no jokes to me. But what I'm saying is, we would call it jungle cooking when we take the seasoning and just dump it or shake it all around like that. Some people didn't know how to use it right. They would. Anyway, some people did not know how to use it right. They would over season the out of some food, like something as simple as like chili mac. If you don't know what chili mac is, basically like hamburger helper without the hamburger helper seasoning, obviously. Man, it was so many times we had new soldiers or even veteran soldiers, seasoned soldiers who've been there for a minute. You know, they would sit up there and be throwing all these seasoning and you'll taste it, it'd be real salty or real bitter or this or that. I'm like, bruh, stop jungle cooking.
And stored in the fridge. After just 3 hours of prep, the cooks move all of the food into the refrigerator for the next shift.
Right.
Okay. Well, no, I might need that for my phone.
The next day, lunch prep begins at 6 a.m. A cook seasons the chicken quarters before sticking them in.
Formation be 5:30 in the morning. In the morning, formation. You better be in line with your uniform clean, cause them uniform they all white. It's not what they wearing. It's an all white uniform. I'll drop a picture. But you gotta have that clean every single morning, right? Gotta have your nails cut. Gotta be shaved. If you do have a beard, you gotta have a beard net. You gotta be clean from head to toe. You feel me? So it ain't nothing what you thinking. Oh, cookies? Yeah, right.
The oven. While another slices the pot roast.
Slice, yes, slice.
How long does it take you to slice up all the...
He said, shh. He said, shh.
Once it's sliced, the pot roast is placed back into the oven to finish cooking. In a 60-gallon kettle, the marinara sauce is made with 114 pounds of pizza sauce, vegetable oil, and an assortment of seasonings.
Oh, snap. That's she jungle cooked. You see that? That's what it is right there.
Once the sauce is ready, it's poured over the tortellini.
I have to add that. Damn, Willie. Nobody want all that damn sauce, that tater salad. I gotta add that in the video.
And placed in the oven to cook. With the main courses underway, 450 pounds of peas, carrots, and cabbage are added to the tilt grill and boiled.
Yep.
While more cooks pan and prep the
Okay, so you know how it's like, there's a lot of people that don't realize. Okay, so I'm gonna give you two examples. So you have mechanics. You know, people that have that mechanic strength. Like, if you ever changed a tire, right? You like, damn, I'm tired. It don't look this hard. Then you do it yourself, and you like, oh my God, right? Then another example is people who were raised on the farm. Like a little scrawny dude, you think he ain't finna do nothing. And then you try to grab him and put hands on him and, you know, have a little playful wrestling match with him. And he throwing you all around. It's because he's used to hauling hay and, you know, feeding animals, doing all types of stuff, carrying heavy stuff his whole life, carrying logs. Like, this cook stuff ain't no joke. Like, putting your hands on stuff, like, something as simple as stirring that spoon or whatever it was in the thing. It is hard work. You gonna feel it. After work one shift as a cook, you gonna feel it.
Produce for the salad bar.
It's not really a challenge or it's not too hard for us because most of us have been here 10 to 15 and 20 years plus. So
that's
it's
a long
like
time.
We're in the motion of doing this already. We kind of already have this idea of, you know, I know how many soldiers I'm gonna feed. It told me we fed this much last night, so I know to project this head count.
And this is basic training, so this is gonna be forever. It's just gonna be ongoing, feeding this many soldiers. So yeah, they gotta be used to it. For real, they gotta have plenty of staff.
The next day.
In the hot kitchen, the chicken is removed from the oven, moved into serving pans, and topped with Bombay sauce. The chicken is moved into warmers to stay at a safe temperature until lunch.
Facts. Yeah.
While the ginger pot roast goes back into the oven to continue cooking.
I've never met a person before that has not had a sweet tooth. But again, my key word is balance.
Cooks prep the desserts by cutting.
Bro, I don't never remember having no desserts in basic. Not in basic? Dessert?
1,000 slices of cake and moving them into individual serving containers. Slagel orders over 1,800 cakes per week.
So our desserts that we provide here at the Slagel, they come in a multitude of combinations. Some are pre-prepared and some that are prepared in the facility.
Nice.
However, we try to cut down on the sugars and the fats, but more importantly, it's all about the taste. So if we can fool them and give them a great taste, then we have won.
That's pretty nice.
In 2022, Slagel Hall served 2.1 million meals.
It's not how much food we serve, it is what is our grocery bill. So our grocery bill is astronomical.
According to Slagel, the mess hall spends $14.2 million annually on the food provided to trainees for breakfast, lunch, and dinner, served 365 days a year. And managing that food is a logistical challenge.
Yes, it is. I was gonna say that, but I got tired of pausing the video. But what I'm saying is, ordering these rations, rationing it out all the food, ordering all that, man. It is a very tedious process. Now y'all say, oh, being a cook is easy. You have to do it all. Management, time management, everything, bro. Being a cook is a beautiful, beautiful learning experience. You know what I'm saying? If you're cooking for fun, that's awesome, but doing it for a living, it's a whole different beast. It's not that you will grow to hate cooking or anything like that, but it's more so like, daggone, this is real. Like, this cooking stuff is legit. Whew.
Dairy, Monday through Friday. Produce, the same thing, Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. And then I have my bread Monday, Tuesday, and then Thursday and Friday. So basically, there's always something going on with what's coming in or what's going out.
The kitchen at Slagel has 10,000 cubic feet of refrigerator space.
Man. It's a big freezer. I can probably hold to maybe up to $300,000 worth of food. Yep. But I vary about 187 to 200,000. My meats will be basically hidden back here where my pallets are. My breakfast items, sausage, pancakes, waffles.
I ain't gonna lie, another thing with rationing out food and stuff, you had soldiers, higher ranked soldiers, ordering food, right? And selling it. Like on some scampy type stuff. Like, if you don't account for every item you order and stuff like that, they be on your tail about it. They be on you. Some come up missing. Like, if you go to the ration area and you ask them, be like, can I get a can of corn? They be like, all right, yeah. Or they'll take forever to give you what you need, man, because they take it serious accounting for all that food.
It's gonna be all our greens, which is asparagus, green beans, broccoli, peas, corn. It goes all the way to that back wall over there.
As lunch nears, the staff prepares the dining rooms and moves the produce onto the salad bar.
Oh yeah, game time.
An elevator helps to move the food between the two dining room floors. The food is removed from the warmers and set out on the serving line. Outside, trainees begin to make their way to the mess hall. Typically, trainees are required to march into lunch in formation. However, on this day, because of an unseasonably cold Texas morning, trainees were permitted to arrive independently.
Instead of limiting us to just one item, it's cool to have a variety, especially throughout the week. It's not the same thing every week. Me personally, it takes me a little longer to try and figure out what I want to eat for today. But just going through the line, they all...
Something that's throwing me for a loop is the big ass smile on dude's face. He must really be passionate about what he does for a living. It's everybody's different, man. Everybody, you know, you got some people that are really serious about the job, or I know me personally, I was very in the zone at this time in my life where I was in training, so I didn't have no big old smile through any portion of that. My main focus was passing my test, passing my exercise, everything, man. I was on point with all that. So to see this man smiling, he must be a PT stud. He must be on point with everything and don't care.
First, I believe it's 2 proteins and then 2 sides. So there's just a different variety of sides. So sometimes it's hard to pick.
You want to try it? You got to try it.
I always do stop at the salad bar as well. Usually to try and add a little bit of extra protein, so maybe some eggs or some ham cubes to my meal.
Serving 4,500 trainees in 90 minutes is no small task.
This looks very
Slagel
chill.
is broken into 2
looks like a very chill environment.
Floors.
Like when we would go through the lines, you have drill sergeants behind your ear. And like if you would be standing next to somebody and y'all are having a conversation and the drill sergeant catches you, they would make you go outside and get to the back of the line. Imagine that.
With its own serving lines and dining room that feeds 1,100 at a time each. Meaning trainees must eat quickly.
The boy looks stressed out. The boy looks stressed out. Look at Buddy above my head right here, bro. He looks so stressed out. He contemplating life, man. It's crazy.
So everyone can be fed in the allotted time.
Most of the companies...
And they talking at the table. So they got phones at the table. They talking at the table. I don't know. My only guess is why it's this relaxed and laid back is because they probably have a long basic training or a long training system. That's why, you know, they just have a little bit more lenience. That's my only guess.
200 to 300 people. If you're closer to the front of the line, you get a little bit more time. If you're near the end, you don't get as much, but roughly 15, 20 minutes or so for everybody at least. And then, you know, they want you outside ready to go so we can go back to class and, you know, focus on our primary studies and everything.
A lot of time.
There's no specific calorie count that we're trying to hit because we do not tell an individual that you can't come through the line again. However, it has to be balanced.
The menu follows a DoD-implemented program known as Go for Green, which encourages service members to make healthier choices. On the serving line, the food is categorized into 3 groups, each represented by a different color. Green for healthy foods trainees should eat often, such as steamed brown rice. Yellow for foods trainees should eat occasionally, like hot rolls.
Smart.
And red for foods trainees should eat rarely, like gravy.
If you ask me why trainees need so much food and why we have to provide the balanced meal that we do, it's because they are not at home anymore. They are not on the couch. They are out here training, getting it in, defending the country that we all love. And in order to do that, you got to have the spirit. We don't provide that, but what we do provide is the fuel and the energy that you need in your body.
As lunch comes to an end, trainees leave the mess hall to return to their training, while Slagel staff cleans the dining room and prepares for dinner, which is now only 4 hours away.
And that's when they could probably escape, go to some restaurants that I'm not gonna name, and they're not looking for love, but they are just looking for a little bit more fat, you know what I'm saying?
Anyway, that's gonna do it for today's video, man. Oh my gosh. This is not the experience I had. I couldn't relate too much to this video. I'm not even gonna lie to you, but I try to give you a little bit. I try to give you a little bit of what I went through. Talking too fast. It's not as traumatic as I'm making it seem or making it sound, but you know, everybody's experience is different. But it's your boy Smiley. Hope you're taking care of yourself.